This is the Metal Queens podcast. I'm Steve Richards. Alyxx, a singer, songwriter, and pianist hailing from New York, has captivated audiences with her unique blend of classical finesse and rock-infused energy. Her rise to prominence began with her electrifying live performances, where her powerful vocals and commanding stage presence left audiences awestruck. Her talent caught the attention of music enthusiasts and industry insiders alike, leading to invitations to perform at prestigious events such as the Ink Incarceration Music Festival and Blue Ridge Rock Festival, too. She has a new EP out. It is called Emberwake. We'll talk about that and some songs on that EP coming up. But first, Alyxx, welcome to the MQP.
Hi, thank you for having me.
So, for those just discovering you, who is Alyxx and what does your music represent?
So, my music, I think I try to always have a positive vibe. So, I talk about, personal things and just life and the struggles that people go through, their relationships, they're just trying to get through every day. And I always try to find the positive outlook on everything. So, I'm hoping when people listen to it, they can relate to it and always see that there is a light at the end of the tunnel. So, for most of my songs, I would say.
I mentioned in the introduction you're a pianist too. So you integrate keyboard and synth sounds into your music. What sets you apart from the metal rock genre? What do you think sets you apart?
I think I have more of like a melodic sound. I've been learning how to scream, but I think I have more of like that Evanescence type vibe to my songs. And I do write most of the songs starting on piano. So it has a little bit of a different sound, I would say. So all of my songs are very like key, synth, orchestra oriented. And then, the drums and guitar and everything are added after.
Was that your goal going in to set you apart?
I didn't plan that. That's how I write and that's how it just kind of happened organically. I never really sat out to like plan anything. It just kind of happened.
You have a classical music background. What was
Yes.
that like? Was music in your house?
Yes, very much so. I grew up doing theater, so I learned how to like sing classical and I took piano lessons for like a month and then I ended up just self-teaching myself. But yeah, music was always in my house and all types of music, but I definitely listened to a lot of classical music as well.
Was there a lot of pressure from parents or siblings
Not at
to
all.
do music you wanted to?
I wanted this. I was like, let's go. My
Mhm.
parents are like, at any point you don't want to do this, let me know. Like, we don't just whatever you want to do. And I'm very fortunate that I have very, very supportive parents who are always there, like cheering me on and helping out however they can.
Yeah, that's great. Tell us the story behind your stage name.
It's just my name. So, honestly, when I was like 16, I changed the spelling of Alyxx just because there was another Alyxx in the class and we just kept getting the same papers. And I was like, I didn't really feel like it fit me. So I changed the spelling of it when I was 16 and I just never changed it. Yeah.
I
So it's
read
just,
something about you posting YouTube videos. Is that how it all started for you?
so yeah, I definitely used to use like YouTube videos and covers and stuff, but I did theater for majority of my life. So I never thought that I would be able to be in a band. So that's kind of, yeah, my online presence started from that. And then I just kind of graduated into like doing my own original music.
You're playing some festivals this summer. The band you have now, how did you get these guys together?
So a lot of like word of mouth and other people I've worked with the projects that connected me. I've been working with Zachy since like 2019. And then I've met Brandon through Zachy. So it was very like organic. Like I met one person that brought me to the next person to the next person. So we've been working together, all of us, since 2022. No, I lied, 2021.
How about
Sorry.
influences for you? Which artist shaped your sound the most growing up, do you think?
I have to say Evanescence. I mean, it was the first, I mean, back in the day, there really weren't a lot of female fronted bands, especially in
Yeah.
like melodic. But then I was introduced to, With Them Temptation and Nightwish, and I also love like 3 Days Grace and Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, Nightwish comes up often here, and Amy Lee is number one by far. And all the artists we have here, have had on here on the Metal Queens podcast. Let's talk about songwriting and the new EP. First of all, Ember Wake. What's the meaning behind the name of this EP?
Just to be reborn. and to come back stronger and better than ever. So kind of like, falling from the ashes and being reborn.
What is your songwriting process like? Is it a collaboration with members of the band or is it all Alyxx?
So it's mostly me just in my basement writing stuff. End of Me was the first one we kind of wrote together because I had an idea of what I wanted to sound like, but I couldn't articulate it because I program like guitars and stuff, but I was like, I need this to be like real, like riffy. So I sat
Mm.
down with my drummer and we just kind of built it from scratch.
And is it usually the lyrics that come first or the melody or the vibe of a song?
I say the vibe. The lyrics are usually the last thing that I do. I like composing, so I think more so like with the melody, and then I'll fit lyrics to the melody that I come up with.
Want to ask you about a couple other songs on this EP. Creature of the Night. What's the story behind that one?
I wrote that, all my songs I wrote at like 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. So I kind of just wrote that song about, anytime anyone ever said that I wasn't good enough or like I couldn't do this and like kind of brushed off being a musician as a career. I kind of wrote it as like, well, you can keep thinking that, but watch me. Like I'm stubborn. I'm gonna keep doing this until I die. And, I'm gonna find people that support me and have my friends with me, and you know, we're gonna start a little cult, essentially.
As crazy a time that is, the middle of the night, 3 in the morning, I'm sure it's a great, and I know if I'm up at that hour, it's a great time to just think, to write without the distractions of social media.
Exactly. It's a nice, quiet place. The world is sleeping and it's just me in my own little world, and it's just calming and relaxing. And for some reason, my creativity just sparks at like 1 a.m.
Mm.
every time.
The fifth track on the EP is Alive. What's the story behind that song?
So that one I actually wrote. A friend of mine was going through a breakup, and she, we were just talking about what she was feeling and what she was going through, and I kind of just used that towards the song. And yeah, that song kind of it just came to me really quickly. Like I wrote the entire song in like 4 hours, like instrumental, lyrics, everything. It's
How
really
in, how involved are you with the production on the videos?
I do everything. So
Mm.
I, I come up with the idea, the plot, costumes, location, video. I don't edit them or anything. I'm not filming it, but in terms of like all the little details and stuff, it's me.
Did you always enjoy songwriting and writing in general?
Yeah, I used to write songs when I was like 10 and whatnot, and I used to write poetry too, so I was always writing something.
Let's talk about touring here. I mentioned, yeah, you're playing, and I played at Ink this summer. What are the touring plans for the fall?
I don't have any yet. So currently still trying to book for the rest of the year. Hopefully something soon, but as of right now, it's kind of up in the air. Nothing's official.
Do you prefer, I mean, some of the festivals you played, festival shows or club shows, the more intimate shows?
It depends. I mean, the more intimate shows are cool because you get to really connect with people, but I grew up doing theater and I thrive on a big stage. Like that's where I
Mm.
feel it. So
So
definitely
you're
festival.
very comfortable. You have to be. As growing up in theater, you're very comfortable on stage.
Yeah. Especially when I was like 10 and I'm like the only one on stage singing a song in front of like hundreds of people. I don't know, it makes me I feel at home.
What's the best thing about performing live?
Just the energy. And especially something like a festival where everybody is just so happy to be there, and like it's intoxicating, and just getting up on stage and performing and seeing how everybody just like is so happy to be there, and it's just good vibes all around.
All right, we're going to wrap up with 5 questions for Alyxx. What's something fans would be surprised to learn about you?
Um, Not so depends on how long you've been following me, but I trained in martial arts for 5.5 years. I did MMA, Bikini Tertia Kali, and Muay Thai.
What's a guilty pleasure song or artist you secretly love?
Tate McRae. I love her.
Mm.
Again, I grew up doing theater and I remember her from the dance days and like watching her in all the classes and stuff like that and competitions. So it's just funny when I was like, oh my God, I didn't realize it was the same person. And it's like she's like the new Britney Spears, I feel like.
Favorite drink?
Coke Zero.
The first concert you ever went to, who was it and where?
It was Project Revolution. It was Linkin Park, Korn, The Used, Less Than Jake, and Snoop Dogg, which is random.
Yeah.
And it was at Jones Beach in Long Island.
Oh yeah, I grew up in Jones Beach, growing up on Long Island. Great amphitheater.
It was awesome.
And your favorite food?
Ah, pizza, New Yorker.
New Yorker pizza. Yeah, that I do miss being in North Carolina. Yeah.
Yeah, so
All right.
good.
The new EP is out now from Alyxx. It is Emberwake. Check out the videos too on YouTube that she has out. It's a 5-song EP, Emberwake. Thank you so much for joining me here on the Metal Queens podcast.
Thank you for having me.
And I'm Steve Richards. Like it, share it, subscribe to it, and thanks for watching.